What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet again another video in the garage here today with the 340, and I'm excited to announce that Pro Tuning Freaks finally released the rolling anti-lag for the Gen 1 B58s, and I tested it out last night. It is wild. It is one of the coolest features that I personally have added onto this car so far. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, talk a little bit about how it works and how you go about flashing in it and all that good stuff. And then of course I'll show you us actually using it in the car, and it is sick. So first of all, if you have not tuned your car or anything like that, this is being ran under Pro Tuning Freaks boot mode. You may have heard of it. If not, it is a tuning platform for our BMWs. If you guys are interested in actually tuning your car with boot mode, I'm going to link a video right here that kind of walks you through the steps and everything that we've done so far with this car in particular. I'm running the Stage 2.0 93 octane map on this car. It is amazing. It feels really good in the car. Super smooth map. Great for casual driving, great for fast driving. It's pretty much covering all the bases. But let me show you guys exactly how to access the rolling anti-lag feature on your boot mode map. All right, so first thing is first, log in to your Pro Tuning Freaks boot mode account, and you guys are going to see I have a couple of different maps here. Basically, the way to access this rolling anti-lag feature in your map is you need the custom ROM map, and if you look down here, I have a custom ROM map and then I have a custom ROM converted map. So what that means is if you have an existing map like this one that is not custom ROM, you can go down here and now convert your previous map. Let's say you had a custom tune or just a regular OTS map. You can convert it to custom ROM, and then that will create a new map that will look like this with everything that you had before, but it is now custom ROM converted right there. So that is one way to do it. Or you can simply go to all of the maps, OTS maps in here, and these are all custom ROM now. So any of these new maps, the feature of anti-lag is now a part of any of these new maps. So you can go ahead and flash it in and you will have this feature in your car. So the way that I decided to do it is rather than using the custom ROM converted map that I made, I just went ahead and re-downloaded a new 93 2.0 map, and it has the custom ROM in it. So we are good to go. That's all you need to do. You now have rolling anti-lag in the car if you have downloaded this new map. So one thing to note is you do have to do this via laptop for right now. They're still waiting for Apple and Google to release the updated apps that are in the App Store for you to do it via cell phone. So if you're watching this right now, the day that this was released, or probably within like the next couple of weeks, you should probably use a laptop to go ahead and do this. But I'm sure we will see the updated apps come out soon in the App Store, and then we can do it via cell phone. This feature already exists on the S55s and the N55s, and I believe also the SUPRAs, or like the M340s, those B58s, but now it is in the Gen 1 B58s. We've been waiting for this and we finally have it. Next up is gonna be the map switching and the flex fuel. Both of those will also be super cool. I can't wait to get those. And it's also important to note that you can do this in a manual or DCT or ZF automatic car. Doesn't matter which transmission you have, you can now use the rolling anti-lag. So I think that pretty much covers the basics of it. We're gonna go ahead and hop in the car. I'm gonna show you exactly how it works, how to enable it, how to use it. I will say the first time I used it, I fell in love with it. It's a really cool feature, but you probably don't wanna be like out there all day using it over and over again. I'm sure it could probably wear out your turbos pretty quick if you do that. Shout out to Keys Motorsports for the new key cover. Love it. One with the white, obviously, but they have all these different colors. I'll have this link down below if you want one. All right, so before we get in the road here and I show you guys me actually using it, the button that we're gonna be focusing on to use this actual feature, mine's all torn up, is this cruise control button right here. So there are two clicks when you click on this. You'll feel it. There's one little up, and then all the way up, you'll feel two little clicks. In order to use the rolling anti-lag while you're driving and you are above 3K RPM, you want to hold this all the way up and hit the accelerator all the way down. You're going to notice that the car starts building boost, and you will hear it. It is audible, it is noticeable. It's easy to tell that you are then utilizing rolling anti-lag. As soon as you let this go, it is going to launch. You for sure need to let the car warm up. Right now it is winter time. It's pretty cold. It's like 40 degrees out here. So it's going to take like a half an hour of me driving around to get this car properly warmed up to allow the car to use rolling anti-lag. So like I said, you do have to be above 3K RPM in order to utilize it, and this does have a timer on it, so it'll only allow you to do it for 3 seconds. So you can hold it down and build boost for up to 3 seconds. You should easily be able to hit your boost target, but the current limit for it is at 4K. Now this is something that can be adjusted. If you have like a custom tuner that is working on your car, they can set that to whatever you want. But if you are above 3K and you hit rolling anti-lag and it is building boost, it is gonna stop at 4K. If you are above 4K, when you hit rolling anti-lag, the car will not accelerate, but it will build boost until you let go of this. I haven't really found a situation where it makes sense to use rolling anti-lag above 4K. I think the sweet spot sort of is like right in between 3K and 4K. You are gonna wanna make sure that you're in Sport Plus and in manual mode, but you'll notice that it puts you at the right spot above that 3K when you hit rolling anti-lag. So let's go ahead and go out for a drive. I'm gonna warm the car up for a little bit, and then we will show you the feature actually working. Been driving for about a half an hour now. This car doesn't seem to get over 180 degrees on the little gauge, so we're just gonna send it. Sport Plus mode, manual. We're gonna get up to 3K. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of different views so you can see it pretty well. So remember, like I said, you're gonna hold up on this all the way up, mash the pedal, and you'll hear it kick in. You got 3 seconds to build that boost and then let go. You won't need all 3 seconds for sure. Catch it? My awesome sound effects. So that is effectively rolling anti-lag, and it is sick, dude. Like if you're in a, let's just pretend you're in like a 40 roll with someone and they're counting down, you know, once they hit the 2, like I would go ahead and hit that rolling anti-lag and just launch. So it builds up enough boost to your target boost range. I think I'm somewhere around like 17 pounds of boost or something. It'll hit that, and then as soon as you let go of this, it'll launch. It is wild, dude. It throws you back in the seat, super aggressive. It feels crazy. The first time you do it, you're gonna be like, oh my God. But I definitely wouldn't recommend just like going out and doing this over and over again, kind of like I am in this video. I'm just trying to show you guys exactly how it works. Let's pretend it's a 60-year-old. Freaking wild, dude. It is wild. It's definitely a lot more dramatic if you're in like the lower gears. I'll try to do one in like 2nd gear for you guys. It's so crazy. Hopefully you guys are able to see it pretty well. But it feels insane. I just like couldn't get over it. When I first did it last night, I was like, oh my gosh. You're just not expecting it. Also, you know, make sure your tires are warmed up and you're being careful because this is definitely a Mexico feature. You know what I'm saying? Quick. So you can just hear it building boost and then it launches. So that one was above 4K. So if you do it under 4K, like in between 3K and 4K, it'll build up to 4K, but it will allow the car to like continue accelerating. If you do it above 4K, it doesn't allow the car to continue accelerating, but it will build boost for you if you're using the rolling anti-lag feature until you let go. Now, like I said, those parameters, you can change those. Like if you have a custom tuner working on your tune, you can go ahead and have them change those. Say, oh, I want it to be at 4K to 5K or something like that. That's something that you can adjust. So when you guys are doing this, make sure that you, as soon as you click this all the way up, gas all the way down. And it's gonna fly off. You'll feel it. You'll know if you're doing it right. Crazy. In the lower gears like that, it is wild. So if you're above 4K and you try it, it's going to feel much more like jolting because the car doesn't continue accelerating. It just kind of like stops and then launches. So can you do this from a dead stop? Yeah, but I mean, like that's the same thing as launch control, you know? And I also recommend if you're going to be doing launch control, dude, upgrade your axles, upgrade your drive shaft, because these F30s are known If you have a lot of power, they're known for ripping those components apart if you're not ready for it. I mean, dude, it is violent. Violent launch. It's crazy. So really cool feature. It's not going to be as dramatic, like obviously if you're rolling at like 60 on the freeway or something, but if you're at like a 40 roll, which is probably where most people are going to be using this feature, is right around 40, it is insane how hard it launches. All right, try to get you guys as many views as possible with this. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend just running around all day and doing this. There is a safe timer on it, so people aren't out there like cooking their turbos. So you have 3 seconds. 3 seconds to build up that boost and roll it out. And I think 3 seconds is plenty of time to get the to get where you need to be with it. Freaking insane, dude. Such a cool feature. Let's do a pretend 40 roll. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. They would have jumped me on that one. I was late. So that's something you got to figure out, right? You got to like learn the timing. Learn the timing of it. 3, 2, 1, go. You know what I mean? But once you figure it out, once you learn it, I mean, dude, you're gonna be jumping on people. Jumping. I just think it's such a sick feature to have. The S55 guys, I think they got it first. Correct me if I'm wrong. S55 got it first, and then the N55 guys got it, and I think the new B58s have it too. So Supras and M340s. And finally, the old school Gen 1 guys got it. Sacrificing my turbo here for you guys. Luckily, I got another one at home. It's a little bit better. So currently in the car, if you're not familiar with the channel, currently on this 340 all-wheel drive, we have a catless downpipe, we have AFE full catback exhaust, we have a MST intake, we have the keys charge pipe, and then the boot mode stage 2.0 93 octane tune. Car ran like an 11.8 on draggy. Could probably get better if I had a better launch, but you know how it goes. I was just trying to give you guys like an example of the gains that we made going from the previous tune that it was on to the boot mode tune. So really cool that we now have this feature in the car, man. I'm about it. I think it's freaking mental. But like I said, you guys, just take precautions. You know, don't go out there and do this while the engine's cold, while the tires are cold, in the middle of traffic. I'm in Mexico right now. You know, just be safe. All right, so we'll do one here. I'm just gonna engage it and then let off to kind of show you guys step by step what we're talking about. But build up to 3K, right? 3K, button up, gas down. Let go of button, and it accelerates. So you guys will hear it. So some of you guys were commenting in the last video that I need to let the car warm up before I rip on it. Obviously, dude, I drive the car around for hours and it will not go above that. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but on this B58, on this 340, like that's where my temps sit. But she's definitely warmed up, man. I mean, I could be driving around for hours and it would just sit right there. All right, guys, so that is an example of using the rolling anti-lag in the 340 first gen B58. It is wild, dude. You guys got to try it for yourself. Go feel it. If you're out in Mexico, it's definitely something that you could be using only in Mexico during 40 rolls and things of that nature. It's a pretty sick feature. So like I said before, I believe this is out for the S55s, N55s, the Supras, the M340s, the newer gen B58s, and then also manual or DCT or ZF transmission. So no matter what you have, you can use this feature. If you guys are interested in buying boot mode or any of the accessories that you need to use boot mode, I'll have it all linked down below. Make sure you go ahead and watch that video as well, talking about how to use boot mode if you're not familiar with it. And remember, you have to use your laptop for now, just for now, until they actually approve the apps, Apple and Google, and release them in the App Store, which probably shouldn't be too much longer. Then we can go ahead and flash everything from our phone. So the custom ROM maps are what you need in order to do it. All of the new OTS maps that are out right now have the feature, as long as your engine is capable of doing it, your car is capable of doing it. Huge shout out to Keys Motorsports, huge shout out to Pro Tuning Freaks for helping me out, talking to me a little bit about the features and how it works. It is pretty sick. But that'll effectively wrap this video up, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. See you in the next one.